Today on Forbes, inside Dana White's $20 million plan to bring UFC 306 to the Sphere. For all the grandeur of the Sphere, with its state-of-the-art $2.3 billion dome and its 160,000 square foot screen, Ultimate Fighting Championship CEO Dana White's plan to bring the first sporting event to the entertainment venue came together some 7 miles away, on the dusty outskirts of Las Vegas, in a storage closet. The 55-year-old White says he sets up specialized rooms for all his ventures so he can visualize the information. He wanted to rent an external space and build a replica of the Sphere he could walk through, but his team advised him that spare space inside UFC headquarters would be more budget conscious. Within a week, a closet was cleared out and filled with schematics, renderings, and storyboards that would lay out the most extravagant event in UFC history. White granted Forbes exclusive access to the closet and detailed his ambitious plan for UFC 306 happening tomorrow, Saturday, September 14th. He says, quote, "This is a completely different animal than anything we've ever done. I knew this wasn't going to be cheap, but I literally said, I don't care what this costs. This is, on Mexican Independence Day, my love letter to the Mexican people." Initially, no one at the company, including White, had any idea how expensive it would be to stage a promotion at the 18,600-seat venue. When the CFO at TKO Group Holdings, UFC's New York City-based parent company, asked what the budget might be for the event, UFC Executive Vice President and Chief Content Officer Craig Borsari estimated $8 million. Considering the most expensive UFC pay-per-view to date had cost a little over $2 million to produce, he says, quote, "I guessed high. I thought it would easily be covered." In the end, it cost White and Borsari more than $20 million to realize their vision for UFC 306. Each UFC pay-per-view event is numbered, going back to UFC 1 in November 1993. Saturday's spectacle will include 6 short film segments before each fight, tracking Mexican history from the dawn of man through to hundreds of years in the future, each with its own animated graphics, practical effects, and elaborately costumed octagon girls. All told, it's the work of more than 300 creatives and another 150 on Fight Night, including multiple Emmy winners, Golden Globe winners, and Oscar nominees, all hoping to prove that live sports in the Sphere is viable and perhaps even spectacular, both for attendees and viewers around the globe. TKO's president and chief operating officer, Mark Shapiro, says, quote, "Obviously, this whole plan was conceived with a path to profitability. But having said that, that's secondary when it comes to this one-and-done event. Sometimes you'll make an investment that financially doesn't pencil out, but long-term it ends up delivering all kinds of upside, and that's really the logic and rationale behind our strategy with the Sphere event." For TKO, a company founded last September when Ari Emanuel's Endeavor merged UFC and WWE into one $20 billion publicly traded entity, the real money is made from media rights. Some 2/3 of TKO's $851 million in revenue last quarter came from the category, including UFC's current pact with ESPN, which expires at the end of 2025. Negotiations are expected to begin early next year. In other words, now is the perfect time for a noisy, attention-grabbing event. In a stock report dating from early August, MoffettNathanson projects UFC's next media rights deal could fetch roughly $450 million per year, up from $300 million on the current deal. The rights to pay-per-view events, which ESPN currently pays UFC an additional $260 million per year for, according to the report's estimates, could be worth another $450 million in the next cycle. If UFC 306 proves to be the so-called brand builder that Shapiro believes it will be, then it could serve as a strong signal to media partners, sponsors, and other venues across the world. For full coverage, check out Matt Craig's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.